what is process definition, right? So this is a simple definition about process. PRINCE2 is process-based approach for the project management. I told you this is the best practice of project management, right? Process is a structured set of activities designed to accomplish a specific objective. It takes one or more defined inputs and turns them into defined outputs, right? So in any process, we need some multiple inputs, right? So it could be one, two, three, multiple inputs could be there. And to execute that, we need to provide some, we need, some tools and techniques. And then finally, what we will get some output for that, right?
Right.
So PMP is structured like this, right? So PMP, I told you we have 47 process, right?
Yeah.
So for all the process in PMP, we will see, okay, if I have a one process that is develop project charter, that is initiating process, first process, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So for that process, what inputs we required, okay, and then what tools and techniques we will use, and then what output we will get, right? So for all the 47, we will see this, right? And then we will see the process flow. Okay, once I have get the charter, so after charter, what I will do? Okay, so for this output, charter output, I will take as an input for which process, right? So I will show you that flow chart first in PMP when we will start PMP, right? So these are my processes, but here in PRINCE2 we have 7 processes. Okay, so now I will tell you the journey here, right? So yesterday I told you that there are 4 levels, right? Corporate, directing, managing, and delivering, right? So in next slide, I will show you the journey of PRINCE2, how we are going in process, right? So these are the 7 processes. Yesterday I told you, starting up, initiating a project, directing a project, controlling a stage, managing product delivery, managing stage boundary, and closing a project, right?
So a question here, Sanjay, is these processes you will follow in the same order what you mentioned, or will it be a different order?
It will be, it will be a different, order here. Why? I will tell you. Because, so first we will take startup.
Yeah.
Then we have directing.
Okay.
Okay. Why we have directing second? You can see this with this chart now.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm explaining you here. So this is journey of PRINCE2. So we have first pre-project. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the stages of any project. Pre-project, initiation stage. Subsequent delivery stages means we have multiple stages. I told you we have designing, development, testing, right? So these are my stages. And then last we have the final delivery, where when we are, delivering product or service to the customer. That is my final delivery stage, right?
Right. Yeah.
Now you can see here. So these are my processes, right? So startup, I told you this is my first.
Yeah.
Okay. Startup, in startup process, we will get the mandate of project.
Yeah.
Okay. So once we get the mandate, so you can see here, directing process here, starting from here. So direction I need from pre-project to closure. This line you can see, right?
That's like a parallel activity.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So every time we need directions, right? So here we have directing people, right? So these are my directing people. So these directing people providing authorization every time. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want initiation, so they will authorize initiation, right? Subsequent delivery, they will provide the authorization. Even closer authorization also given by the directing people.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why this directing a project we will take as second here.
Okay.
Okay. Because this is starting from pre-project to closure, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then third we have initiating a project. So in initiation stage, this is my initiating, right?
Yeah.
So here we will do all the planning. We will see, okay, or we will make all the strategy here in initiating a project, right? Yeah. Then we have stage boundary. Stage boundary after every stage end, right? So this is my initiation stage, okay? and these are my subsequent delivery stages. So you can see stage boundary after end stage, after every stage end. So initiation end, this is stage boundary, and after this end we have stage boundary, right?
Yeah.
So what is this stage boundary? It's a kind of okay, current stage is completed. Okay, we have successfully completed the current stage. Now we will plan for next stage. That is my stage boundary.
It is like a milestone kind of thing.
Yes, yes. You could say, right? So milestone you can say, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Then we have controlling a stage, right? So controlling a stage for both, right? We need to control all the subsequent delivery. We need to control design, development, testing, right?
Okay.
Okay. So there we need to control what? We need to control everything. We need to control my cost. We need to control schedule, right? So everything we need to control to make my project successful, right? So if you have a 100 rupees budget, right? So within 100 rupees, you need to deliver that, right? So if budget is going up, so you need to control that. That is my controlling a stage process, right? So every stage, every subsequent stage we need to control, and final delivery also we need to control. Okay. Then managing product delivery. So we are controlling and managing the stages and the final delivery. Right? So we will see, right? So when we will do, process in detail, then we will see, so what activities we are doing in these processes.
Okay.
Okay, so we have some activities. So we will see what activities we have in this process. So here I am, explaining, telling you the process introduction first, right?
Okay. Okay.
So this is my journey. We have stages, and vertically we have the levels, right? So corporate is not involved here. Corporate is still when we have the mandate. Okay.
Right.
So after mandate, these people are involved for any project, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, then in first pre-project stage, so what we are doing, the trigger for the project in PRINCE2 is called project mandate, right? So do you know what is mandate?
Mandate, yes, of course, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So mandate, yes, this business is in our bag, right? Okay. Yeah. So now we have everything. So we need to. So this is first point where after this mandate we can initiate any project, right? So the business is on our back. That is my mandate, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Then once we have the mandate, so we can start. So starting up a project process helps identify whether the project is viable and worthwhile prior to activity to fully scope of the project, right? So viability, yesterday I told you, right? So viability, can we deliver product or not? Okay. Using this project, can we deliver a product? That viability I'm checking here in starting up, right? So this also culminates in the production of project brief and a stage plan for project initiation, right? So after this mandate, what we will do, we will refine this mandate, okay, and refine, and then we will create a project brief. Okay, so in this project brief, we will put, what is scope, what are my objectives, what constraints, what assumptions, time, right? So this is my brief that we will create after mandate. After refining mandate, we will create the brief in startup and a stage plan for the project initiation. Okay, so my next stage is initiation. So I will create a initiation stage plan here.
Okay.
Okay, then the project board reviews the project brief and decides whether to initiate the project and states at the level of authority to be delegated to the project manager for the initiation stage, right? So brief is the responsibility of the directing people, but on behalf of directing people, project manager is creating the brief, okay, but reviewed by the directing people. Okay, so they are the, I told you, they are the decision maker people. They will authorize all the things here. Okay, so if brief is okay, they will review it, and then they will authorize it, and then we can start initiation. That is my planning stage.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my first stage, that is my pre-project. Mandate we have, brief we have, next stage plan we have, that is for initiation, right? And authorization also we have, level of authority, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then second we have initiation stage. So in initiation stage, what we are doing, once there is a decision to go ahead with the project, it needs to be planned in details, right? So here I told you, so every planning we are doing here.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday, if you remember, I told you the difference for Scrum, PMP, and the Sprint 2, right?
Right. Right.
So only in the Sprint 2, planning was not there, right? Planning
Yeah.
process, right? So here we don't have any planning. So here, planning we are adding in initiation. Okay,
Okay.
so in initiation stage, we are doing all the plannings in terms of strategy.
Okay.
Okay, so we will see, so what planning we are doing here, right? So we will see one by one. So once we have the go ahead, so then we will plan in details in initiation
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
Funding need to be obtained, cost control should be defined to ensure that the project proceeds in accordance to the wishes of
Yeah.
those people paying for the project and those who will make use of what the project deliver, right? So here we will see, right? So funding we will provide here, budgeting, everything we will do here because we are doing planning here, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So planning we are doing here, and that is we know, right? So this product we are creating for whom? We are creating for the customer, right? And the end users, they will use finally it, right? So
Yeah.
every planning, everything, right? So we will see when I will discuss, the PMP, okay?
Yeah.
So then you will
Yeah.
see in planning process we have 24 processes in PMP.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so everything,
Yeah.
every plan we are creating here, right? So here also we have, in terms of like communication management strategy we are creating. Okay,
Yeah.
configuration management strategy we are creating here, risk management
Yeah.
strategy, quality management strategy. Okay, project plan we are creating, right? So
Yeah.
every plan in initiation stage, so that we will see once we will do the detailed process. Okay,
Yeah.
so the initiation stage culminates in the production of project initiation documentation, which is reviewed by the project board, right? So
Okay.
here after all the planning, so that planning we are putting where? We are putting in PID, that is called project initiation documentation,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So that
Right.
document then again reviewed by the project board because these are the directing people, right?
Right. Yeah.
These are the,
Correct.
yeah. So this is my
Yeah.
initiation stage second. Third we have
Yeah.
subsequent delivery. So here I told you we have different stages, right? Design, development, everything we have, right?
Yeah.
So the project board delegates day-to-day control to the project manager on a stage-by-stage basis, right?
Yeah.
So development, testing, right? So there are some hard logics. There are some mandatory dependencies we have, right? So without design, I can't develop, okay?
Yeah.
And without develop, I can't test, right?
Right.
So these are
Right.
some, the hard logics, and here in subsequent delivery, so the control with project manager, and he will do day-to-day work here, right?
Right.
Day-to-day control, right? So the
Yeah.
project manager informs the project board of progress through the regular highlight reports. Okay,
Yeah.
so he will
Yeah.
provide the highlight reports, he will provide the stage completion report to the project board, right? So current
Yeah.
stage is completed, and now we need to plan for next stage, everything, right? So this is one report, that is highlight report, and that report is provided by project manager to the project board, right?
Right.
Second
Right.
line, in the managing product delivery process, the team manager or team member execute assigned work packages and keep the project manager appraised of progress via checkpoint report, right? So this is the another report, that is checkpoint report. So in this report, team manager is involved. Okay. So team manager
Yeah.
means team leader,
Yeah.
right? Team leader and team.
Yeah.
Okay. So project manager
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
controlling the stage, and team manager are executing these stages. Okay, so
Right.
they
Right.
are working on work packages. So do you know what is work package?
Yeah, it's part of the big WS, and well, it's the according to PMP anyway. So it's the smallest package. Well, it's the smallest
Hmm.
work
Yeah.
workload, not workload, but the work
In
piece.
simple word, yeah,
Uh,
piece of work, piece
yeah,
of work,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
piece
you
of
could
work. Yeah,
say,
yeah,
the work packages are my, the summary task.
right,
Okay.
right,
So
right.
in PMP, so there is one tool that is called WBS,
Correct.
work breakdown structure.
Yeah,
Okay. So using
yeah,
this work breakdown structure, we are creating the work packages.
yeah,
Okay. Just assume that you need to build a house, right?
yeah.
So you need to broken down, some work, right? So that is
Correct.
you are doing with WBS. Okay, first I will create the foundation, then I will do this, right? So those work packages using
Yeah,
through WBS, right?
yeah,
So that
yeah.
are my work packages. And for work packages, team manager is involved, right? So he is working on work packages.
Correct.
So these reports, so this report he is providing, right? Team manager providing to the project manager, that is checkpoint
Right,
report, right? So
right,
status of
right,
work package, that is
right,
provided by team manager, right?
right, right.
So towards the end of each management stage, the project manager requests permission to proceed to the next stage by reporting how the stage performed, providing an update to the business case and planning the next management stage in detail, right? So
Right.
after every stage end, after every stage successful close, so project manager will provide, the stage is so he will provide to the project board, right, the detail.
Yeah, yeah,
So current
yeah.
stage is completed successfully. We have completed, and
Mm-hmm.
what benefit we have, expected, we have provided earlier. So the same benefit we have right now. So they will update the business case also for that.
Right,
Okay.
right. Yeah,
So the activities to manage each stage boundary are covered in managing a stage boundary process, right? So here we
yeah,
have one managing a stage boundary process.
yeah.
All the managed thing we are managing here, right? We will see that thing in detail, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Then final delivery stage. Okay, this is my final. So as a
yeah,
project is temporary undertaking, so during the final
yeah,
stage, it is time to decommission the project, right? So this is my
yeah,
decommission. The project
yeah,
board needs to be satisfied that the recipient of the project's product are in a position to own and use them and on an ongoing basis. Should this be the case, the products can be transitioned into operational use and the project
yeah,
can close, right? So in
yeah.
final delivery, so what we are doing, the ownership is going from service provider to the customer. Okay,
One. Yeah,
so we are delivering to the customer. Okay, they are owning it now, and after project closure, so what it will, where it will come into the operations. Okay, so
right.
we need to provide. So to what after this, the closing. So what, customer will sell their product to the end users, right? So end user will use the products. Look, so if they are getting any problem related
Yeah,
to product, so what we need a operation team for that. Okay, any customer, any end user issue, any end user requirement,
yeah,
so we need a team, that is my operation team, right? And
yeah,
this is my ongoing process. So after project close, we need a operation for that, that is my maintenance, right?
yeah.
So this is my final delivery. The project should be assessed for performance against its original plan, and the resources against to the project needs to be released. Okay. So in closing also, we are checking what is the performance, right, against our plan. It's okay
Yeah.
or not, what we have planned in, we have already done plan for this. And resources are releasing here also after this, after
Right,
release, right? So
right.
adjourn, right? So there is one theory, right? There is one theory, Hirschberg theory. So that is team building activity there. So forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So these are the 5 stages for any project, right? So last adjourning we have. So adjourning means so team release after delivery of a project, right? So then team is looking for next project. They will look for new things, right? So that is my release of team, right? The activities to decommission a project are covered by the project, closing a project process, right? So what activities we have? So all the activities we will discuss one by one when we will do process in detail. So we will see so what activities involved in closing a project process, right? So these are my journey one by one from pre-project to closer stage, right?